Alright, so you guys can hear I'm already on the phone. This, I was supposed to pick up a container, and this one, the side marker, the marker on the container was out on the right side. So now I'm trying to figure out if they bobtail me out so I can go to my next stop. I was supposed to leave here at 11:30, you guys can see. And it's 12:12. I spoke to a yard jock and like the guard shack, like at the gate and everything, and yeah, so we're already off to a slow start today, but it don't matter, we get paid by the hour. Anyways guys, welcome back to another video, and I hope you guys are doing well. I'm currently just waiting on the phone to basically confirm. Hopefully they just bobtail me out so I can go to my next stop. And yeah, I'm just waiting here, honestly. I don't like waiting when it comes to this, because I just want to know if I can just leave or if I'm picking something up. But it's alright, we're just gonna wait. After this we're going to Connecticut, then we come back to Jersey, Dayton, New Jersey, Bayonne, then Staten Island, and that's pretty much it. Staten Island, which is the same spot I'm at right now. So yeah, it's not too bad, pretty easy. We are about, I say, like 20 minutes to my next stop. So I ended up bobtailing out from my first stop due to one of the markers light out on the chassis for the container. So we ended up, dispatch ended up calling ROC, and they just bobtailed me out. So yeah, we're going to Connecticut. Well, we're already in Connecticut. We're going to North Haven. And every day, I want to explain to you guys, every day, normally you're gonna work, like if you're working for Amazon, you're normally gonna work about 13 to 14 hours every day. So for example, I work 3 days. So in those 3 days, each day I work 13 and a half hours. So you do about 40 hours after those 3 days, which isn't too bad, because after you have 4 days off, and you can either pick up a part-time job, or even sometimes you can ask them for a 4th day, and then you'll be working 4 days. So after your 3rd day, anything after that, you'll be doing overtime, which is pretty cool. But I'm just showing you guys. I got in today, I'd say about, I got to the yard around 9:30 when I clocked in on my ADP app. And then right now it's 2:56. So, and I'm going to my second stop right now, because my first stop I got there to pick up a container originally. But since I couldn't take that container, I got bobtailed out, so basically heading over here. But honestly, the hours don't seem that long. Like, it might look long, like you say 13, 14 hours, but honestly the time goes by pretty quick. Because let's say I'm going to North Haven or Manchester or wherever they send me, usually it's like about an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2 hour and a half of driving. So I don't know, I feel like the time goes by pretty quick. It's already about to be 3 by the time I get to my stop, and then, you know, hook up the trailer. And on top of that, I might take my break there. So I'll probably be heading out from there around let's say 3:34. Head back to Jersey, arrive at Jersey around like 6:30. And that's not if there's no traffic. So you guys get the idea. You guys can see there's a camera right there. that looks to the front. You got this camera right here looking at me. And that's it. The gate opens up for me, and it should tell me, yep, parking slip 337. So we're gonna have to look for this. It should be on the right side, cause I see 300, 313, 314. So it should be on my right side. I think I just passed it. Yeah, I just passed it. There's that one right there. $337. Yeah, it's this one right here. GT. Yep. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I should heat up my food now or just, yeah, I might. I'm indecisive of what I should do. We hooked up and we about to take the trailer. Just like that, in and out. All right, so one of the things I want to talk about as well is I get a lot of comments on, you know, a lot of people asking me where can you apply, the hiring process and all that stuff. So basically I was on Indeed. I was looking for like truck driving positions, and I found the link on Indeed. So when you click apply, it takes you to outside of Indeed to their actual website. So I'm not sure what's the website called. I think it's afp.amazonjobs.com, something like that. I'm gonna link it down below, so don't worry. But basically, even if you didn't find it on Indeed, you could just type it in, and then it will still take you to that website where, you know, you could search for the jobs that they have available. Okay, so back to where I was saying, I'm trying to remember where I left off. Yeah, so you can go on their website. I'm gonna link it down below in the description. And basically you could just type in like your zip code and I guess the position. I just put driver. I think that's how it is in the website. I'm gonna look at it once I get to my next stop. I'll show you guys exactly how it is on the phone, because that's how I applied on the phone. And yeah, you honestly, like, where on the area that I put in, like I put in my zip code, probably like around, like I'd say about 9 to 10 companies popped up. So you don't work for Amazon, you work with a company that's partnered with Amazon. So that's basically how it is. You work with someone who partnered with Amazon, and they, you know, they're Amazon trucks, you know, they Amazon branded and everything, but you're not essentially working right under Amazon. You're just delivering for them, I guess. But yeah, it's like a company that's partnered with them. So you're not directly working under Amazon. And yeah, basically you will apply. Once you applied, like I applied, I think depending on each company though, some require a year experience, some require 6 months, 3 months, It just all depends. Luckily, the one that I applied for only required 3, so I applied for them, because obviously I know some people have been applying and it says you do not meet the requirements. I've gotten that before with 2 other companies that require 6 and a year of experience. And the reason being why they always require that experience is sometimes for insurance purposes. It's cheaper for them when they hire people with experience versus without experience. So I'm assuming it's mainly because of insurance. So I applied, and I think a week or 2 later I got the hiring manager called me and, you know, went over like basically like the pay and the hours, and like just kind of like a small brief description of the job. You know, dropping hook, you drive brand new trucks, you work 3 days and then off 4, and yeah, just basically giving like an overview of the job and how many miles you're gonna be driving. They kind of ask you questions too, like where have you worked and how far have you driven. Just questions that they ask just to get to know you better. And yeah, it was like a phone interview. Probably took like 10 minutes. Everything went well. The only shift that they had available at that time was 2 a.m. But I was willing to take that, honestly, because I was trying to leave Pepsi at that time. So I told her to get back to me about the pay. Meanwhile, they did my background check, you know, just to make sure everything's all clean and good. And once that went through, she sent me out to go do a drug test, which was a urine test. So it is a urine test. You go to I forget what kind of doctors it was. Might have been Medi-Merge, or no, actually it was urgent care, I believe. I'm not sure. I can't remember from the top of my head. But basically you go, they set up the appointment for you, and you take all your stuff, you know, everything you gotta do. You guys should know, to do your DOT physical, whatever, and to do the drug test. Once you do your drug test, they'll give you a call. Basically, like, you pass the drug test, and then once you know everything's all good. I don't think Amazon makes you do a whole DOT physical again. As long as you have your own, then you're pretty much good. 'Cause I know some jobs they want you to go through their doctors to get the DOT medical card. So Amazon, as long as you got one on your own and it's not expired, you're good. They're not gonna send you to do another DOT. All they do is just to make sure you're good and drug test. That's it. Basically all you got to do. So I passed the drug test. I think I found out like a week later from the phone interview. She said, you know, everything's good, it's clear. When can you start? And I told her, we was talking about pay, and we agreed on pay, but the starting time was like, you know, iffy. I wasn't really sure if I really wanted to do 2 a.m. So I told her, just for now, just hold on to my application, and just let me know if you guys have any other available shift that's earlier. And I forget what happened, but it took like another 2 weeks, and she hit me up again, and she was like, oh, I had to also do an application, like a full-on application after all that, on their website. So before I went to their website to apply, I did it through Indeed. That's how they contacted me. And then once I did all the phone interview, I did the drug test and the background check, that's when they made me do the full-on like 10-year work history and all that on the website. The same one I'm gonna drop down below so you guys can apply directly. And yeah, that's the once I applied and did everything, I think like 2 weeks later she hit me up again, and she was like, hey, you're good to go. This 2 a.m. available shift. Oh, this is the real reason why I told her to hold on. It was on pay, because they didn't want to pay me a little bit more. I think we were like at 26, 25, and I was trying to get to 28. So we was going like kind of back and forth, and she was gonna let me know. And then she hit me up like 2 weeks later, and we agreed on the pay. And she told me that basically I was good to start, and there was 2 available shifts. There was the 2 a.m. and the 9:30 a.m., the one that I start at. So obviously I was like, give me the 9 a.m. I did not want to wake up at 2 in the morning, so I mean go in at 2 in the morning. So yeah, I got the 9 a.m. shift, and I got, yeah, so I told her that I was, that same week I told her that I had to go, that I already had a planned vacation, so I went to Texas that week. And then when I came back from Texas, the day after is when I started, which was like on a Wednesday. I went to training with one of their trainers. So one of the, I went for like 1 day training. That's what she told me. It was just a 1 day thing. And the guy who was training me, his schedule was, because basically whatever day you're gonna train, you're gonna go based on that guy's schedule. So I think he started at 12, so I was there by like 10:30. He was just going over, overviewing the truck, telling me how to check it, you know, the pre-trip, check the tires, giving me like an overview of how the trucks are, that these aren't diesel, these are CNG, so it's a little bit different when fueling, but it's not too difficult. And we have like a camera here, camera there, camera facing outwards. You have a smart drive where you punch in your employee number, and that basically just, they'll see how you drive, like if you drive good, your following distance, your braking habit, like how hard you brake, things like that. It's not like, it's just more for safety stuff, to be honest with you. And then after that, he goes with you like basically on his route. So whatever his like stops are, you're just gonna basically do, you're just gonna follow him. Like you're gonna drive, but you're like, he's the trainer, so he has the schedule. You don't have anything yet on your like login information and whatnot. So yeah, I think we had like 3 stops or 4. It was like 1 in Jersey, 1 in Connecticut, and 1 back in Jersey, and I think another 1 in Jersey, so like 4 in total. So he was just telling me about being on time to each stop. And you know, I wasn't even that good with alley docking either. Like I think I had quit already my job before I even got hired to this job, or right after I found out. So I wasn't, and plus with Pepsi, you don't really do alley docking like that. You just more of, you just kind of like pull into like parking lots for like quick checks and Wawas and like corner stores. So you don't really use the alley dock as much. And if you do, it's more like the smaller trailers, like the 26 or 28 foot, whatever they are. They're really small. So I was not used to driving these 53 foot trailers because I didn't really have much experience with them. So I was kind of like lost a little bit, and he was just giving me pointers on how to do it, like ways to like do it and all that. He was just helping me out. And other than that, he was just pretty chill. I was just asking him about like questions I had, like about overtime and all those stuff, like the work schedule, like what's the average stops, the most stops he's ever had, the least stops he's ever had, just simple questions like that. And the app, like it was kind of like, it wasn't like, it's not hard to use, but obviously at first when you're learning something, it's kind of like you don't want to do nothing that messes it up. So he was just telling me though, like if you don't know everything on the app, he was like, trust me, by like a week or 2 of working here, you're gonna know how to use it. So I just went off his word, and he was right. Like, I mean, after like 2 weeks of working, I pretty much just figured it out on my own. Anything I wanted to like do on the app or whatever, it's pretty much self-explanatory. Just read whatever like the options are on the app. And yeah, we use ADP app to punch in, and it only detects when you're in the yard. So once you're at the yard, that's when you can punch in. You can't punch in anywhere else. So you punch in. For lunch, you can punch, it doesn't matter where, you could just press take meal. It don't matter if you're at the yard or not, like doesn't matter. Wherever you're at, you can punch in for your lunch. And then yeah, when you get back to the yard, And once you do everything, like you fuel, you do your post trip, and you're pretty much good to go home, then you'll just punch out on the ADP app, and as well as on the Amazon Relay app. All your ELD, like all your driving logs, like your rest and your stops and driving time, everything's all on the app. So you don't really have to do any paper or anything, or carry paper and log it. Everything's all on the app. Most of all the BOLs and like your time card and everything is all on the app. So yeah, I mean, the training, it depends on how you look at it. Some people can learn fast and pick it up, how the rhythm is and everything, and others might need like an extra day, and that's all right, because he asked me at the end of the shift, he was like, do you think you're ready to go out on your own? And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty much, like, doesn't seem too hard. Just pay attention and check your following distance, your speed limit, things like that. But he did mention to me, because I asked him if I wasn't sure, like, and I needed another day of training, would they give me that? And he was like, yeah, they'll give you as much days of training that you feel like you need to feel comfortable to go out on your own. So I was like, all right. So that's kind of good to know, that sometimes they'll give you more than one day if you want. You just gotta ask for it. You gotta just let them be honest and just say, like, look, you know, I just got my CDL, or like I haven't had it for that long. Do you think I can get another day of training, just so I want to get everything like in my head. Like, you want to get all the knowledge down into your head, and also, like, if you do come to like an issue or something, you have someone that can help you with it. So then when you're on your own, you know what to do, basically. So yeah, it's all, just make sure you talk to your trainer when you do get hired. Once you're working with him, just, if you don't feel comfortable and you feel like you need another day, just let them know, so that way you know, your boss can give you another day of training. And it's paid training too, so you're not there for free, you're getting paid. It's a good company. Like, it's easy, you're not busting your ass, and there is, you know, potentially like options for overtime, so you can make more money. And I like this job a lot. Right now we are going to Dayton, and I'm probably not gonna record it, because I remember last time the guy told me that I shouldn't record from that place, so I'm not gonna record. But yeah, I think where I left off, yeah, once I started working, it was like one day training, and then you're pretty much on your own. Based on the schedules they gave you, I worked 3 days and then all 4. Like you guys see, I don't really do much. That's why I don't have much to record. Honestly, I'm just driving most of the time, and then when I get to the yard, or not to the yard, but the location, I just check in. The check-in process is easy. I don't even have to get down most of the times, and like 95% of the time you don't gotta get down. There's only that 5% where you go to like a very small Amazon or third parties. Other than that, 95% of the time you're sitting in the truck when you're checking in and when you're checking out. You get to drop off the trailer where they tell you, whatever whatever parking spot they tell you to park at, or dock door. You just drop it, and then you just pick up wherever the Relay app tells you your trailer is at, and then you just match the trailer number, and then that's pretty much it. It's so simple. You really can't mess it up, honestly. So that's the reason why I felt like a day for me was pretty good. Like one day of training was enough. But you know, it might take you a little bit longer. You might need 2 days or 3 days of training. So take as many days that you need. That's all I'm gonna say. And yeah, it's not too hard to get in. Just gotta usually Amazon is pretty slow around this time of the year, between January to like April-ish. It's kind of slow. I think after April it starts picking up, and then the summer, you know, is booming all the way to like probably like the end of the year, when Christmas and all that. So pretty much the first 4 months of the year is kind of slow. So that's probably why, if you guys are trying to look for an Amazon position, you really can't find any, because it's just slow everywhere. The economy is not as strong, and a lot of places are not hiring at the moment. Not just truck drivers, I just know in general. Like my fiance brother is looking for a job, and my brother is looking for a job, so it's hard to find jobs. I don't know what the hell these guys are doing. I don't know why he stopped like that. Good thing I noticed it from afar though. I already started slowing down. But yeah, it's slow everywhere, so don't beat yourself too much. I understand, especially for those new drivers, you want to get your first job already, like you want to start working, you want to gain up that experience and build it up. And honestly, all I can say is just be patient. Your time is gonna come. You know, the job that's meant for you, that God already has planned for you, is for you, you know. So just trust the process. Don't beat yourself too much. I understand, like I was in the same boat. Like as soon as I got my CDL, I wanted to work right away. And you know, it just be patient right now, especially with this economy. Everything's very slow right now, but you're gonna find a job. Don't worry. There's jobs. No matter where you at, you're gonna find a job. So just be patient, keep applying, keep looking, and you're gonna find it. Don't worry. I was in the same position. So other than that, I mean, you guys see I'm going to I don't even know what stop this is, but after this one, I think I have another stop in Bayonne, and then I believe my last one is Staten Island. So 2 more stops after this one, and then we're pretty much done for the week. So it's light day today, honestly. And also on the topic of God, I know this is like a trucking channel, but I do mention him here and there just because of, if you understood, like if you were in my shoes and went through what I went through. I'm not saying I had the worst like come up or worst life. There's a lot of people who have it worse than me. I'm just saying that from where I started, if you will see like where he got me out of, to be able to like have stable income, a stable job now, coming from where I came from, you know, you will understand why I praise him so much and try to mention him, or always like, you know, talk about him, because it's just that faith. You know, once you grow that faith in him and you trust, you put all your worries to him and you just trust the process, you know, everything will come to you. As long as you put the effort, you work hard and you're grinding, you know, leave the worries to him. You just put in the work and just trust that everything's gonna come for you, like everything's gonna come to you. That's why, you know, not to get off topic too much, but if you don't like it, you know, you don't have to watch my videos. I'm not gonna you know, embrace, or not embrace, but like, you know, show off the guy that brought me from the bottom, you know. You know, yeah, that's pretty much it. Trying to get to this stop, drop this off, then pick up that other trailer, head to Bayonne. Probably take my break halfway somewhere, like at a rest area. Since I gotta hop back on the turnpike, I'll probably just take my break somewhere around there. So I don't know if you guys can see, but this is like a very tight space. So we're gonna try to back into this, because I gotta park it at dock door 44, and I kind of really don't have much space to work with. So I'm just gonna wait for this guy to get out the way. He's reversing, I guess. This is gonna be fun. I don't mind it though. It helps me practice more on my alley dock. So So I'm gonna use all my space that I have. Pull up so that way I should be pretty much straight after this. So we just got to Bayonne. I kind of wish I recorded how the entrance is here. It's kind of like a snake way type of entrance. And I'm trying to see where I should park. I'm gonna park. I actually been here before. I just remember this location. I've been here once when it was like, it was probably cold. I remember it was like snow on the ground, it was icy, I remember. So I gotta go inside. Like I said, 95% of the times you don't have to get down, but this is that 5% where you gotta get down. So, and I think, I forget where the entrance is again. I think it's right here where this guy parked. So yeah, I'm gonna get down, I'm gonna go check in, and then I'll pick it up so I can record. Alright, so we gotta drop off at 314, which is right here. Yo, luckily there's not many what's it called, no trailers here, so it's kind of easy to park. But meanwhile, we wait for him to do his thing. I gotta open up the doors, so let me go do that real quick. Hopefully they don't, that's not a security where they tell me I can't record. Should be all right. I guess he's gonna just chill there. Alright. Gotta park it right here. I think the door opened up, so I'm gonna check it before I fully oh no, the door's good. Alright, there we go. That should be